I mean, very different topic than what we talk about generally, power, people, process. I think they just try to get alliteration in place, all three P's. So power, people, process, and not an easy topic to discuss, because the people whom we should be discussing these are not here, which are the registrars or the university. We cannot discuss among ourselves that we need power, and we'll get it, right? But good. It is good to have our thoughts in place. We'll do that. But before we just kick off those discussions, couple of concepts. You would have read my introduction, but I am not an academician per se. I have not been in the university a long time. I had 30 years in corporate with companies like IBM, Adobe, L&T, and it's been 2 years only that I have been in the academy of the National Law School of the university. And one thing I realized in the university is that we try to bring corporate culture or the corporate rules or everything that we think is good about corporate into the universities will fail, right? I try to do it, right? So I can tell you from the experience it will fail simply because there are real differences between, and we need to appreciate those, embrace those, rather than ignore them before we take the decisions on power, process, and people. Because the very clear tendency, we go to the corporate and take the things. And couple of differences I just wanted to put over there, which is my learning. First, obviously, as stakeholders, right? They are very different from corporate. Students, okay? And I always struggle to define students. Are they employees? Because yes, they are on the campus, okay? And they follow our rules to some extent, right? And behave like employees to that extent. But are they customers? Because they finally pay us, right? Employees don't pay us, we pay the employees, right? So they are neither customers, or you can say both customers and employees, which is a very different. Employees, because you pay them, you can tell them what to do. Students, you cannot tell them what to do, they pay you, right? So there's a difference, we need to understand that. Second, stakeholder, professors, a very, very different entity, right? And it is, those are the people who teach change, but will not change, right? I mean, you ask the professor to I hope there are no professors. But even if they are there, I mean, their resistance to change in the teaching community is very, very high, right? Right or wrong, I don't say that, and I'm not going to debate that, but that's a reality that we need to live with. You go to Harvard Business School and professors still teach with blackboard and chalk, right? They're comfortable with it and find that's effective, right? So it's okay, right? So, but trying to change or put a policy, procedure, or a diktat on a professor, you can be assured that you will fail, right? They are God's gift to mankind when it comes to a university environment, right? And you need to treat them as such, right? These are the realities that we need to live with, right? The second reality check, obviously, is that unlike organization, neither the drivers nor the financial setup is same, right? The budgets for IT are not what they are in the organization because they are much more tightly linked to survival and business. The educational institutions still have an advantage of demand-supply gap. Yes, we choose, we want to have the best student, but if we take that filter out and say we'll take any student, there's no dearth of students in India, right? We can get all of them. And it's not an existential issue that we need to have technology over there. For many of the companies, it will exist. And when it's not an existential issue, the budget will always be limited, right? It's not. Our ability to hire the right IT talent will be limited. ITs are some of the highest paying jobs in the industry, right? So we want to make a full-fledged IT department and have the most cutting-edge people, okay? It will be a challenge, and it is not going to get fixed, right? Because yes, there's a downtime, and there are more people available at a given time. But anybody is good. I will ask the question, I mean, why do you want me to join me, and why don't you want to go into the industry and do something? But that's a real thing. At the same time, the academic calendars are absolutely unforgiving, right? We need to do the things in time. That's the second point. And the third and the last in my introduction, third is something that we need to avoid, which is tech chauvinism. Tech chauvinism is what I call as technology for the sake of technology. Okay, and when you have only technology function, you like to do it. I mean, you want to do something all the time, and we do just get the technology and try to push it down the throat to people. Not going to happen specifically. If you have smart students and smart faculty, it's not going to happen. And I have seen most tech chauvinism in one area, which is the classroom technology. People are making fancy classrooms, right? They're trying to mimic a boardroom. Okay, boardroom is a showcase, right? It is like a item number in the movie, right? You just put it over there simply because you want to once have a meeting. But you try to make classroom like boardrooms and put all those ICT and technology over there. 70 lakh per classroom sort of investments and all those things. I can still tell you, and the best university in the world still have just a blackboard and a chalk in the classroom, and they do pretty well, right? I'm not saying we are hybrid. We want to do the class in different way and all that stuff. So we will require some, but I guess that's one area we have just gone overboard, and faculty is not happy with that. You take the chalk away with them and even give a pen and they are not happy, and then you give them, no, now you need to use a touch board and write with finger. Not going to work. But again, I'm not saying that there is a right or wrong, but these are some of the realities that we live in when we talk about educational institutions. And my own learning in the last 3 or 4 years that I've worked over there, just wanted to put in table before we start this. And Karan, yes, please, your view.